Hello everyone, my name is Al Parsai. I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant, the author of the bestseller book 88 Tips on Immigration to Canada, and also I'm an instructor at Ashton College. I teach immigration consulting courses. For the purpose of this session, I would like to talk about the concept of fake marriage, also known as sham marriage or marriage of convenience. But let's first talk about immigration under marriage or with the help of marrying a Canadian. Generally speaking, immigration to Canada is divided into three groups. The one group that is the target of this video is called family reunification. Under family reunification, a Canadian citizen or a permanent resident of Canada sponsors their spouses, their children, their parents, grandparents, and in certain circumstances, their other family members to Canada. The most popular option of immigration among family reunification is sponsoring spouses and children. In fact, in 2017, which is the latest statistics that we have, about 62,000 people immigrated to Canada under the spousal or children sponsorship applications. That's a huge number considering that the total number of immigrants in that year was roughly 287,000 people. That may encourage people. You know why? Because when you sponsor your spouse doesn't need to show education. They don't need to show that they have knowledge of English or French languages. Or even the sponsor, in most cases, is exempt from minimum necessary income to sponsor their spouses. So some people may think, oh, let's arrange a fake marriage, and with the help of that, I can immigrate to Canada. And in fact, some people actually do that. But you need to know the consequences of such activity. When you apply under sponsorship application, then you include lots of documents to convince the officer that this marriage is real. Under Section 4 of the Immigration and Refugee Protection Regulations, if the marriage is, the main reason for the marriage is for the purpose of immigration to Canada, or if the marriage is fake and not real or not genuine in any shape and form, then the officer does not consider that spouse a member of family and the sponsor cannot sponsor them. So in other words, they refuse the applications. And of course, if they also find out that these people have forged the documents, created false documents, or have hidden information from them, then they could make the foreign national inadmissible to Canada under Section 40 of the Act, which is misrepresentation. And in some severe cases, there may be some other implications like as jail time or fines for people who try this. They look into your family history, they look into for how long you've known each other, the cultural backgrounds of these two people, was there a ceremony or not? Did family members or friends and relatives of these two people aware of this marriage? They ask for pictures, documents, reference letters, and all different kinds of documents to make sure that this marriage is genuine and it's not fake. So be careful. Don't fall into those people who try to deceive you. Sometimes based on the court documents, sometimes people charge up to $80,000 for a fake marriage, which is a huge amount of money. And imagine that you pay that money and then you lose the case. It's not just for the applicant or the foreign national who wants to come to Canada, it's also for the sponsor. The sponsor may also face issues because when you sponsor a person to Canada, then you sign something called an undertaking, which basically obliges to be financially responsible for your spouse or common law partner for the period of undertaking, which is at least 3 years. If they have children, it could go beyond 3 years. And if they file for social welfare and other help from the provincial government, then you will end up paying this back to the government. The other issue is that sometimes people who get involved into such activities, they are not honest people. So you may become a victim of human trafficking and sexual exploitation and those kinds of activities. So be careful and do not get involved into fake marriages for the purpose of immigration to Canada. Thank you for watching this video.